Hello, this is Julie Burns with HR Education Edge, and today I wanted to share with you a template I just created. It's called the Human Resources Department Monthly Report. Now, if you're in HR, I am 100% sure that you are having to do some type of reporting. It might be on an Excel sheet. It may be you have to get up in front of the executive team. But if you're not, this report will help you if you're not reporting on a monthly basis. If you are reporting on a monthly basis, and I'm thinking this report is more or less like if you're standing in front, can be used when you're standing in front of a committee or, the executive team, just kind of going through the different facets of the HR department and just giving them an overview. So month by month. And if you haven't been doing a monthly overview report, it's January and now is the time. So go ahead and get started. This is the cover. It is in a PDF, but if you purchase it on Etsy, hopefully you will be able to change up, the year and whatever you need to on it. But for now, we're going to go over to the Word document, which is where I can show you how to edit and the different sections. Now, why do we want to have reporting in HR? Well, number one, we want to keep a pulse on the organization. You definitely want to keep a tracking of the metrics each month, looking at, turnover, time to fill, time to hire. Those all need to be, top priority. If you go on to my Etsy site, there is a large KPI listing, which has, I think, about 15 different spreadsheets in it. Go ahead and take a look at that. It would be very helpful to your organization. Also, why else do we report? Like I said, turnover. And when we report, turnover to, let's say, the COO of, the COO of a particular division, and you're reporting, hey, there's turnover in this division. He's more than likely going to go to make a change in his department to ensure retention. If he knows that there is a huge turnover. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and look at it. So I broke it up into various different sections, and I wrote it as though you would be standing up in front of, an executive team, and you could read the executive summary and then go into section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, you may, and I guess it depends on the size of your organization and whatnot, you could actually print it out and give it to your manager. I know you would want to share it with your boss, or even like compose an email. So I know people report in different ways, and small companies, large companies, but I know I could have used this particular template, back in the day when I was reporting on HR. So with that being said, I included a section where it says include a brief overview. So I gave you guys ideas of what you could put actually in the executive summary. And I also gave you example verbiage, so you can change this up. But with that being said, before I get started, I want you to know, first of all, you can actually type in this thing. You can type in the boxes, and you can also get rid of the boxes. So here, click on it, right click. It's a table, and you want to have a no border. Okay. All right. So the executive summary, you talk about high level key achievements and challenges. January is dynamic, implemented a new wellness program, having some long-standing recruitment challenges. There's been an unexpected surge in employee turnover. Overall, the department maintained a steady performance and upholding the HR standards and policy. So this is just kind of a high level what's going on. And you're going to look at staffing and recruitment, and you're going to talk about, number one, new hires, departures, open positions, and recruiting challenges. You even may want to talk about, maybe the orientation or the onboarding process or something along those lines, that falls in, within the talent acquisition facet. So with this, it says we welcome 5 new employees. There are 4 departures, open positions, recruitment challenges. So like I said, if you're reporting this out to a particular department, to a bunch of different departments, and the department manager sees that there's been huge turnover, they're going to, within their department, they're going to make an extra special effort to ensure that retention is at the top of their list the next coming month. So yes, staffing and recruitment, you're definitely going to need to give metrics on this. I'm sure there's probably an Excel metrics chart because people are number one in, keeping up with their statistics, their head counts and whatnot. So staffing and recruitment. Okay, on to employee relations. You want to talk about your great initiatives, your engagement initiatives, team building, a team building event that was well received, improving cross-department collaboration, feedback and surveys. Feedback and surveys, they can really tell you a lot that you really didn't know. Employee feedback indicated a need for more flexible work arrangements, which we are now exploring. And then training and development, I gave you guys an idea of, you may want to put completed trainings, upcoming training plans, and employee development initiatives. I mean, you could just take all of this out, and put your bullets in or whatever you need to write, or you can change up the different sections. But in training and development, completed trainings, conducted a leadership training session attended by 30 managers, focusing on effective team management. And what I like about this particular sentence, and I should have mentioned it at the beginning, is data drives decisions. You want to be able to give numbers. You want to be able to quantify things. Like, I guess it was back in employee relations. We organized a team building event that was well received. How many employees were in this team building event? You want to get specific, quantify things. Like, I like this right here. Upcoming training plans, planning a workshop on digital skills open to all employees. Reviewed development plans for high potential employees aligning with our succession plan. Now, I just made these up. I did not get crazy specific on them. I just wanted to create a wonderful report for you guys so you would have it to be able to share with your company, and you would have a step-by-step outline. Okay, section 4, safety and compliance. I made it its own section because I think it's very important, and I used to be very involved in the safety committees in all my companies. I feel like I know all the OSHA. I feel like I know so much about safety. It's ridiculous, but it's very actually interesting. Okay. Back to this. Safety training. All employees completed safety training, enhancing our workplace safety standards. Okay, that needs to be all employees completed mandatory safety training. Okay, what type of training was it? That's what the executives are going to want to know. If you're actually standing up and giving this to them, they're going to be like, oh, so what type of training did you give them? Compliance audits, conducted a compliance audit with no significant issues identified. You're probably going to want to dig a little deeper into that. What type of compliance audit? Accidents reported and addressed 2 minor safety incidents in the warehouse. I don't know. You may not want to take a dive too deep into that. If somebody has a question about it, they can always come to you on that. But it's up to you. Section 5, compensation and benefits. Benefits are huge. They're a huge expense in the HR department, if not they're a huge expense. Benefits are. So within this section, you want to include benefit announcements. This is going to be key for, when open enrollment comes around and you're starting planning in like September. You're going to want to give an overview to your executive team of, what's coming down the pipeline, so they can in turn ensure that the individuals under them are, keeping their employees on track as far as, going to sign up and this and that. So, but with this one, Benefits Fair hosted a successful benefits fair, providing employees with valuable information on their options. I would make sure that I put how many people attended the fair. Benefits enrollment changes, completed the mid-year benefits enrollment process with a 95% participation rate. So you want to get those percentages in there. Percentages are key. Compensation reviews, initiate a company-wide compensation review to ensure market competitiveness. The outcome on that, you probably want to take a deep dive into that, should that have been something you did this month, Okay. HR administration. This is where you're going to talk about your policies, policy updates, HRIS updates, maybe like your budgets and the expenditures that you're putting out there. So policy updates. So what I thought to put was updated our remote work policy to include more flexibility. Upgraded our HRIS to improve data accuracy and reporting capabilities. Budget and expenditures. HR budget is on track with careful management of recruiting and training costs. And that is going to be music to some CFOs' ears. So that's great that you're able to stand up and, tell that to the executive team. Performance and turnover. Like I said, performance and also turnover needs to be done obviously on a monthly basis. And there are a number of statistics that can go into turnover and recruiting on a whole different spreadsheet. But this is kind of a high level, sort of kind of give you an idea of what's going on, but not digging into the exact percentages. So with this one, the turnover rate this month was higher than average, mainly in the customer service department. Exit interview insights. If you're not doing exit interviews, they can tell you a lot more than you think that you may have known, and they're very valuable. Exit interviews revealed we need a better career advancement opportunities. That's great to know. People do not take exit interviews lightly. Definitely grab the insights. Performance management, mid-year performance reviews are underway with a focus on individual growth plans. There again, if you're giving this report, reading it off this page to the executives, they can turn around, or even if it's just the department managers or whatnot, they can turn around and make sure that performance reviews are going good. They're on time. They're being timely done, and they're going to be turned in on time. Okay. But of course you want to get really specific in this. Not too specific, but you just want to give a pretty big overview. Diversity and inclusion, initiatives and D&I training, along with any metrics. Launched a new mentorship program aimed at supporting diversity and leadership. And diversity inclusion was completed by 80% of the staff, with remaining sessions scheduled. The workforce diversity metrics showed improvement, particularly in leadership roles. Now, upcoming HR initiatives, this is great to be able to, more or less say what's on the horizon, major events, gatherings, and when people hear and they, you want to show your value as an HR department. What are you doing? What are you doing for the company? What are you doing for the culture? What are you doing for the people. What are the initiatives? We want to be the best. We want to we want to be one of the best companies to work for. So right here, talk about your initiatives. And in the whole report, talk about your challenges, but, talk about, your wins. But in this last section, upcoming initiatives, preparing to roll out an enhanced employee wellness program. That's pretty big. And key HR projects. We're working on a project to streamline our onboarding process, which is expected to launch next quarter. I think a lot of companies are working on their onboarding process to streamline it, and make it, just make it in a way that a new hire feels, just make it seamless. Just make it seamless. But I've just seen a lot about onboarding these days. Okay. Closing remarks, just kind of leave it with this month was a testament to resilience and adaptability of our HR team. Despite some challenges, we've made substantial progress in these areas. Looking ahead, we anticipate focusing more on employee retention strategies and further enhancing our training programs. Now, if you've got executives in front of you that are listening to you, they're going to know what's going on in the HR department, where you're having problems, what you're doing, where are the misses, where are the wins. So this report I just wanted to create to give you kind of an outline to use, whether you're going to stand up in front of a group of people and talk about it, or if you're going to email it to your boss or, some executives. This will give you a good starting point. And so I really hope you take the time to look at it, and maybe this, some of my example verbiage will give you some great ideas for the future. So I hope everyone has a great day today, and trying to get a lot of people to subscribe. So I'm trying to come up with something kind of cute. So for HR templates that help your business thrive, click on that button, like, share, or subscribe. So everyone, please subscribe. Thank you so much.